So, this here is Seiken Densetsu 3, or Seiken Densetsu 2 as it's more known as, for the Super Nintendo. Our goal here is to beat the game, and the quest is being submitted by Storm Mega. We're currently about 3 hours, 30 minutes into the game, and we'll continue from here. It's a good observation, Go. It's a good observation. No. So I guess it was never like really called Secret of Mana 2. It was more part of the Seiken Densetsu series. Where the Seiken Densetsu 1 is actually the game Mystic Quest, it's known as in Europe, and is it called Final Fantasy Adventures, I think? In America. I don't really know. We played it earlier here on Journey. Some time ago. It's a really good game. It was also a really good game. Oh, it's actually getting a re-release for Switch, and then they'll call it Trials of Mana. So you're not too far away, actually.
It's a science.
It's a PS4 release? God damn it! I was certain it was a Switch release. Damn Square, and they're siding with Sony. I think it's going on Switch as well. Alright, good. Switch is a really good system. Everyone should get one. Oh, shit, I should... Okay. Should have opened it with my thief, because he can actually disarm traps. And I can't... So this here... Attack different enemy than partners. Select... It's like... The battle strat screen is so confusing. So here, like, so what are they supposed to do? Attack starting from nearest enemy. Select target and press assist Lise. Assist Trigi and attack different enemy than partners. I guess attack the closest one? Attack closest one and use backslash. The backslash is a power up. These like special techniques. The window design. Change equipment. No, I don't think we even have any weird equipment. Right? Exactly, we already have everything we need. We got like no magic. I thought it was like a strategy screen, but apparently not. Which button is the... There's a button... Oh, right here. Round drop. Oh, let's put in storage. How do I use them? Oh wait, I unbound my X button for the mystery race a while ago. That's why it doesn't work. I forgot. I so want the Y button to be run, but it isn't. The X button. I really do need the levels, so I kinda just gotta fight. Someone dying isn't that big of a problem, because they'll get back up as soon as the fight ends. I don't really remember. It was something called. We were heading for something called like the Corridors of Wind, I think. It was supposed to be up here somewhere. To recruit one of those spirits. This just feels like the right way to go. I want to head up here first. But I do hope... So the remake of Secret of Mana had... or received some criticism. I think mainly it was... the combat was a bit stiff, right? Who are we leveling up? Oh. Vitality. Let's up strength. Yorkie, you played the game. Do you remember what the criticism was for? You played the remake of Secret of Mana. Do you remember what it received criticism for? Crashing? Oh. Okay, that's definitely warranted criticism, I guess. Not being a pixel perfect recreation. I think some of the criticism was pretty warranted. Crashing is like a good one. I'd say that's acceptable. But like stuff like this, whenever there's an animation, like these item animation, I'm completely locked. I can't do anything. The difficulty. I wonder if they tuned it down. I remember the SNES game being pretty difficult at times. Like in the original, some bosses are really, really hard. Or was it that it was too difficult? You could set your difficulty. Oh. All of them are +1. Yeah. We don't really do this intelligence, spirit, luck thingy. We just go for strength. I want always to clean out entire screens, because I think they stay cleaned out for a while. Ah, so here's a screen with no enemies. Dead end. Yeah, okay. Because I know there is something limiting you. You can't just put everything into the same skill. But maybe there's a way around that. Getting some round drops are actually pretty good. Oh, here's the corridors of wind. Sweet. Can't get in. So you gotta go somewhere else, I guess. There's nothing I can do here. Like no buttons to press, no nothing. So I'm guessing we gotta do something somewhere else. Progress. Probably gotta visit like a village or something. Oh Jesus, knights of some kind. Path to the heavens. Man, those knights deals a lot of damage. At least I get a steady flow of these. But the animation freeze is actually really annoying. Whenever you use items, whenever you use spells, the entire game just stops. It's also true when enemies use spells on you. It's actually even worse. And everything deals so much damage. Wonder if I should have bought equipment or something in the last village. In the Kingdom of Rolante. Don't think I will be allowed in. Nope. So this is where our main character is from. We should have crossed that bridge down there, I guess. I deal almost no damage either. Whoa! Only her left. I keep pressing the wrong button. I also like that the enemies are so nice that they don't start attacking you before you draw your weapons. Stardust herb? No idea what it does. But like the overarching plot is something along the lines that there are a couple of forces who's like manipulated the city-states into going to war with one another, kind of. There's a couple of like cities and countries that suddenly get manipulated by different beings. They now start attacking neighboring cities and villages. So the world is more or less at war, and we're somewhere in the middle of it. I kind of feel I should run back to town to see if they actually sell better equipment, because I'm taking far too much damage. And stock up on these candies. And somewhere in the back of all this, there's the story of the mana tree getting attacked, I think it was. That's why the fairy came to our world to find someone who can try to retrieve the mana sword. I think, kind of. Pretty handy corner, I found. Oh my, there's more. I was hoping I'd be more or less all the way down. Quick across. Or maybe this was the last. Yeah, it was. Press the button. Let's see if we can find a weapons or armor store. See if they got something for us. Yeah, they do. Oh, you can actually do this. Then you gotta equip it. This is a bit... Oh, wrong button. This is a bit tiresome, actually. The menu system in this game isn't super good. It's pretty cool for its time. But it is a bit slow. I think that sort of comes back to the part where this was intended to be for a different system. Maybe it would have flown much better. And here, like, I can't sell anything for my part. Oh wait, I can. Oh, it's just LNR to switch in between. Sweet. I didn't know that was possible. Was LNR in Secret Mana? Come on. Can't expect me to remember all that. It was years ago since I played it. Literally, it was like 3 years ago. Can even look it up in the journey log. We actually played it. Sell a weapon, please. Nice. You should just have been able to equip from that menu as well. It would have been perfect. So the thing is, in this menu it's select to switch in between characters, but in the sell and buy menu it's L and R. Just curious what's down here. Shy was injured. It hurts. I was hoping there'd be a solution to the wind tunnel. Lisa? Phew, I'm so glad you're okay. Hey Lisa! Shh, not so loud. They'll hear. Please go to the flower garden up the mountain. Hey, where's my whiskey? Coming up, sir. Hey, we got a quest. I figured that was something we had to do. And with our new gear, it's gonna be cakewalk. Take much less damage, deal like double damage, feels like. So bad at JRPGs, or RPGs in general. I don't remember to buy new equipment whenever I get to a new town. Such an amateur, I feel. Storm coin. I think the coins are basically like spells on a stick. If I recall correctly. We never saw any like flower gardens and such. And I think the flower garden was mentioned in Lisa's. Like when the game starts, you get to play through like an intro sequence with every character. And I think we visited the flower garden in the intro sequence for Lisa. I don't quite remember. That was also like quite a long time ago since we played it. Oh, was it a 353 or something like that? I found the rebel base, I guess. Where's this? Miss Lisa, you're awake. This is the hideout where we're planning to retake the castle. We also followed the two invaders who took Elliot, but they eluded us somehow. This part was between impossible when the game wasn't translated yet. Okay, you're alive, Miss Lisa. Oh, the fact that you were supposed to talk to her and then go to the meadow? Sleeping flowers. After you're exposed to them once, they won't affect you anymore. Oh, you need to know what these tells you. Jesus, returned. Castle's just up the mountain from here. The best to get Rolante back. In the middle of a meeting. Retaking Rolante. Or Rolanti. Oh, here. Miss Lise, you're safe. Calm down. Take it easy. Oh, I'm alright. So, what's the plan? How are we going to get the castle back? We obviously don't have enough troops for direct assault. I'm not a military tactician. I never thought I'd be doing this. Oh, wait, I know. We could ask the sage, Don Perignon. Hey, Ashuri. How you doing? Don who? You know what to do. He's a brilliant strategist. Just chilling. All right. How's the doggo? I saw you finally got your doggo. His advice led Prince Richard to victory against the Dragon Empire. Where does he live? That's the tricky part. He's a Korobokal. He lives in the Korobokal forest. His village is west of the Rabbite Forest, south of Jad. South of Jad. Let's go find him. It's a bit annoying. Doesn't want to listen. Isn't he just a puppy? A puppy doesn't listen to you for like 1.5 years. His brother's Jack Daniel. Korobokals don't like humans. I'm not sure he would even talk to you. What should we do? Disguise yourselves as Korobokals. That's the only way. You can do that if you have the legendary Chibiko hammer. I think someone in Bizzle's own it. Normally he knows when to stop. Yeah, like... So our dogs has gone through several phases. It was the they piss indoors phase. Then it was the it's the cutest thing ever phase. Then it was the why don't they ever frickin' listen to his face. Then it was the I know they know they're not allowed to do this, but they do it anyway phase. And right now it's the well, this might become something useful in the end phase. So many faces. Yeah. A merchant in Bizzle owns a legendary Chibiko hammer. Where the shit's Bizzle? And we're just abandoning our quest to find the spirit? Yes. But anyhow, Shuri, it's definitely worth it. Even though all the faces, dogs are so worth it. They're adorable and lovely and the best thing ever. Our strongest Amazon army is dwindled. I clutched the strong wind. Back. Doggos are the second best animal? Are you gonna say cats now? Or like sloths, maybe. Wandering around the meadow. Are these really the people who defeated us? Navarre is a region to the south, inhabited by a large band of thieves. They've taken over Olante. We're supposed to... Yeah, the Navarre soldiers are just like... freaking zombies. Or Hublis. I mean... Oh, I wonder if you could have walked past there the first time around. This way? Look at Bon Voyage's cannon. His cousin, Merci. You get us the Bissell? Sure, no problem. Are you ready? Canon traveling is such an interesting concept. He's trying to sound cool. No OSHA compliance. What's that? Black market. She can't stay up late enough. Incredible rare artifact. I didn't think you could find that at the black market. It's interesting how they speak openly about it. This is the black market. It opens at night. Occupation, safety, and help. Oh no. No, no, no. But then again, I don't know if canon travel is covered by it, because it's not an occupation. Well, they got away of Navarre. They killed the king and all. That's the business. How do we get time to pause? I don't think it pauses while we're in villages. Now hiring dances. Well, our hockey boy here is quite the stunning lad. He could probably put up a show or two. Weird sound. Must be a ghost. Macharo, expert on paranormal activity. Everybody calls me Ghostnet though. And then Jad. Isn't Jad the first city we visited? Like where the game basically starts, the one invaded by beastmen. So we'll eventually have to go back all the way there. Man, the music in this game is so damn good. Have there been any new Ninja Gaiden PBs, by the way, Shuri? I've only seen you play Ancient Cave as of late. Or is that your new, like, your new grind goal? You ran Messenger? What? I missed that. I still haven't played The Messenger. The game looks awesome. He's gonna catch you in 8-bit soon. Yeah, right. The game has like 2 phases, right? The 8-bit phase and then a 16-bit phase. I saw... And then a Metroidvania phase. Damn, I love Metroidvania games. Don't know if you guys have played Bloodstained yet, Ritual of the Night. But damn, it's a good game. At least in my opinion. So weak for games like that. Because like, personally, I think Symphony of the Night is probably the best game ever made. You got scammed with it? What? So I think Soten is the best game ever made. More or less. So that makes Roten like, it's a really good one. Kickstarted it and never got it. What the shit? Shouldn't you try to get in contact with someone? Molebear's Claw. Yeah, these are all these weird things. These are basically like spells on a stick. I don't think they're worth it. These are damage items. Photo oil. I can't hold anymore. There's probably one of these items that are completely broken in OP. Sure. Cancel the Linux and give a month. Oh, and you didn't change in time? That's bullshit.
This journey is turning out better than I thought. You know, not that I had any doubts.
What? Why can't I carry that? I mean, Curse of the Moon is also good, but it does feel pretty bad. How do you drop items? Oh wait, you move stuff into storage, don't you? do I back out of here? There we go. Well, Messenger is one of those games I gotta play eventually, I know. So he just gave away the rare artifact. Nice. Has to be Elliot. Did you know the kid? I sell him, I don't keep track of who's by him. The man with the red eyes bought him. That's all I know, I swear. Happy now. Man with red eyes. Find things you haven't found anywhere else. The fortune teller. Now we got the Chibiko hammer. From that we need to go to Jad. No, not Dane. I work in the black market during the day as a janitor, so I'm never home. Thing is, I don't really remember how to get to Jad. Maybe we can take the boat from whatever this place was called up here. I can imagine, yeah. I mean, up to the point where you get the hammer. Getting the hammer kind of makes sense, since the cannon takes you to Bizel. But knowing from there that you have to go to Jad... There isn't anything even hinting at it, other than what they say. God damn darts. They deal a lot of damage. I can emphasize, yep. And from Maya, I think we can take a boat to... You can catch a ship to Jad, exactly. I also have like, there's two games that I kind of want to play one day, but I don't even think there's fan translations for them. It's this one, and it's this one. I think they're called Legend of Odysselia, but I'm not entirely sure. I think they're called Odysselia and Odysselia 2. But I just have them lying around because I think they look cool. They're really nice box arts. Never heard of them? Like nobody has. Not every cover looks cool. Like take this one. This one doesn't look particularly cool, it's just like dumb. And it's basically a Mario Party game for the Super Nintendo. So, south of Jad, we have something called the Rabbite Forest. This place. God damn it, level 8? Oh shit. I rented Collection of Mana a while back, and I've been stuck on this game for almost 2 weeks now. You make it sound like it's a bad thing. But like Collection of Mana, is that is it this one and another one, or does it have Mystic Quest as well? I don't know if you count that to the Mana series. Final Fantasy Adventures. Now they're level 1 again. FFA, Seek of the Mana, and this. Okay. Sweet. So I really like Final Fantasy Adventures. I think it's a really great game. There's so many really good Game Boy games, but they get so little attention. Cool Ball? I've never heard of that game. A lot of shitty ones? Fair enough. But the one we played, For the Frog the Bell Tolls. Damn, I think that game was so fun. A really fun Game Boy game. Huh. This was like we played Gargoyle's Quest, I think it was. Gargoyle's Quest was really good. We played For the Frog the Bell Tolls. It's really good. I played Jesus, what was it called? I played it in a mystery tournament a while ago. Trip World, really good. Yeah, of course, it didn't look good visually. That's not Game Boy Game's strong side. I think that's why they don't get the amount of love they deserve. They're a bit difficult to look at today. Did you ever play Metroid 2? I've never played that game. Not the remake, not the original, not ever. Oh! Wait, that's one of those statues, right? Is that a sign, maybe? Also Metroid 2 remake. What system is that for, or is it just a general... Oh, it's for PC. I agree, the music in this game is just amazing. A path appeared. I think also Metroid 2 Remake was published, but ruin of the village. We're only stopping here for the day. Smell like humans. I'd recognize the smell anywhere. Chased here by some humans. I think we picked up their smell. Right, whatever you say. Sage named Don Perignon. Is he here? You know. You'll have to go look for him yourself. Nintendo DMC'd it. Of course they did. Not here. Time to get the first bug fix patch out too. Where it went underground. You think Super Metroid ruined the series? What? This is an interesting topic, Yao. How do you end up at that conclusion? Exactly, that's an interesting position.
In the beginning, the universe was created.
Hey, Goro.
This made a lot of people very angry and has been widely regarded as a bad move.
You didn't tell me. I was walking around at the time, so I wasn't in any single place. That's true, isn't it? I'm a little nervous. Rolante. Shorobuckle village in Rolante. Big mice invade. We need to fight back, get rid of mice. The problem. Rolante. I know. I should need to find the wind spirit Jin. In the middle of the Rolante mountain zone, there's a cave called Corridor of Wind. In the middle of Rolante, there's a Corridor of Wind. Okay. When the wind god's statue turns in a different direction, the wind will shift and the way will open. Wait, Super Metroid made the place you explored 2 alive. Wait, you lose the loneliness and isolation from 1 and 2 in favor of having cute little helpful animals. What? But there were like 2 animals throughout the entire game, wasn't there? But it is true, you don't really feel... It doesn't feel barren. Super Metroid definitely doesn't feel like a lonely... You're lost. But then again, I don't really think Metroid 1 does either. Somewhere at the end of the tunnel. Then go back to the garden with the sleep flowers. Use Jin's power to control the wind and spread the sleep pollen into Rolante Castle. And put the Navarre raiders to sleep. Retaking the castle should be a breeze. How did you know about Navarre? Do you think you can fool me? You're the ones that the fairy chose. I can sense this sort of thing. You smell like humans and there's no Korobokal village in Rolate, okay? Normally I wouldn't even bother with a pack of humans running through my village. But if the fairy is here, that means the world is in danger. That affects us too. I'm sorry I tricked you. Let's get a kick over doing that. Good luck. Hit everything that makes 1 and 2 more like Super. Ah, interesting viewpoint. I've never heard that one before. But I've never played any of the Prime games. The actual Metroid 2 remake, isn't that the one... Is that Metroid... No, it's not Metroid Prime Zero. What was that released for? Samus Returns. The one that feels like a fan game. Okay, then I don't know which one it is. Is it one of those that Nintendo outsourced, maybe? But whenever Nintendo outsources a game... Whenever Nintendo outsources a game, it has like a 50% chance of being really good and a 50% chance of being pretty bad. Like the Link's Awakening remake is really good, I think. Really, really good. So there's a map. I assume I'd hate it. Oh, so you like the feeling of being lost, I assume? Oh, you like maps. No, wait. Gamer likes maps. Polo, I guess? I think that's much closer. See where you're coming from, though. I like a good challenge in a game. And Metroidvanias where you're like completely lost. So I can really like it. One of the big problems with many Metroidvanias, in my opinion, is that they're usually far too easy. Using the other three characters? That's funny. Alright, so voting is open. Do you want to see more of Seiken Densetsu 3? Get your votes in, everyone. Exclamation mark yes if you want to see more. Or exclamation mark no if you want to see something else. Get your votes in, everyone. Get your votes in. This is boringly unanimous. Here's a bunch of chaos makers. Two no votes just to follow it up. So at least we have a strat now. Yeah, that I agree with. I mean, to be honest, I kinda don't like that with any game. Like, one of the reasons that like made me really dislike Skyrim was that there's constantly this freaking like, go here. Like someone gives you a quest. There was a vampire here last night, and I wonder where he resides. You go outdoor and there's like, go to this cave. How do I know that? Am I a freaking psychic? It's like, dude. Let me go around and look for some clues at least. Hit it. Oh, I never even thought of that, Gao. I didn't actually know you could do that. Well, yeah, I respect that too, artwork. That's also like one of the issues I have with it. I get a feeling Ananas actually just wants a classic Fallout game. The 3D remake of this looks pretty good. I hope it's gonna be good. I hope it gets what it deserves. Requiem overhaul. Is that mod pack that takes like a week to install because there's so many things? Because I know there's some like these mod packs that are... Oh, it's a single overhaul mod. Okay. Because some mods you have like guides that spans pages and pages and pages. Do you have a better way for you to adopt quests? No, I never got to finish that feature because, like, no. It was never really a prioritized thing. I guess I could look into it again, Goro, to make it easier to submit old things. To give some context, the Adopt a Quest was a thing we talked about like a long time ago, and it was basically being able to submit a game that has been submitted before but was abandoned, so you could adopt the quest to bring it back into Journey. It never really became a thing, but I kinda like the idea. Exactly, and that would be the Adopt a Quest feature. I could make... I'll think of something. It would be like a pop-up on the submission page where you can choose an abandoned quest. Basically just submit it again. It wouldn't be that hard to make. I've actually never played Planescape Torment. It's just a book disguised as a game. Yeah. Sounds right, Goro. So, this is so bad, the statue's just gone now. So cheap. You still didn't try the Planescape Torment rework? No, still didn't. And Jotaro, we we had some lore session last time I played this game, where Ananas here told us that basically Nintendo and Squaresoft got pissed at one another. So Squaresoft never translated the game, more or less out of spite. And I guess it's taking them a very long time to rebuild their relationship. Yeah, cause Square developed this game for something called the Super Nintendo CD, which was supposed to be a CD extension for the Super Nintendo. But Nintendo abandoned the project somewhere along the way. And Square had already like invested a lot into developing this game for it. So when Nintendo said like, nah, we're not gonna do it, Square was like, ah, hell no. Yeah, that's right. So Nintendo first approached, I think it was Philips, to try to make a CD extension. If I recall correctly. And part of that deal was basically that Nintendo promised to release, I don't know if it was like 3 or 4 titles for this system using Nintendo original IPs. But the might be a reason Koopa Wizard shoots PS controller buttons. Maybe. So Nintendo and Philips, the cooperation didn't work out. Nintendo abandoned it, but Philips still had the deal for 4 games with original content. Oh, so that's how it happened. They had a deal with Sony to make a CD, but changed their mind and went with Philips. Okay, so that's... okay, then I had it backward, yeah. But the one with Philips didn't work out either. And the one with Philips became known as the one we have. Yeah. No, Nintendo wasn't good with relationships at all back then. They kept trying to screw over everyone. He just ended up getting screwed up themselves. Like, if Nintendo hadn't backstabbed Sony, we basically wouldn't have PlayStation today. They created one of their biggest competitors. Oh, that's true. I just think it's freaking hilarious that they did. But it was probably good for the gamers, because more consoles meant more competition, which probably honed the developers' skills. So I think we actually got away pretty well in the end. But Nintendo had some rough years. Both the Nintendo 64 and the GameCube were difficult times. Ogre box. He wasn't aware of the CDI? So is that the fascination that would come with ages? Thank God for the portable systems. Yeah, I think the Game Boy Color, and the Game Boy Advance just carried Nintendo. Ah, crap! I forgot to save. The save was probably to the left. Sealed inside, it's a powerful being, the God Beast. Soon it will be released from the stone, and the world will return to darkness. See. Oh, don't get me wrong. We'll do our best to make sure that it doesn't happen. Let's find Jin. He should be close by. We had a TV show where you played CDI via phone. Kinda like our Hugo, then? Even the DS was a beast sales-wise. Huh. Yeah. We played Hugo a while ago here on Journey. That was interesting. Pretty shitty game. Yeah, their portable systems was like beasts. Complete beasts. Sold so much. Try the class change now. Close your eyes and concentrate. We're too weak. Oh yeah, you can change your class later on in the game. This is like super power boosts, if I recall. What? Jen! Let's kill it. Dark Shine. Something wrong with Jin, be careful. Brrr. There's another battle theme. Like these things, there's nothing you can do to dodge these spells. Pretty annoying, in my opinion. And probably the biggest weakness these games have. The DS is neck and neck to the PS2. Damn. Impressive. What's up, Rouge? I didn't even remember this battle theme, but it's really good. I wonder if it's the same composer that did the Secret of Mana. I don't know. I don't remember who did those. Because it wasn't Koei Kondo. Or no wait, what did I say? Nobuo Uematsu. Nobuo did... Let's see now. Didn't I have the soundtrack for that thing somewhere? It doesn't seem like it. Oh, I thought I did. Yeah, Hiroki Kikuta. Thank you. Hiroki Kikuta did the sound. And I think she did Legend of Mana as well. If I recall correctly. And then probably she did Secret of Mana. I was certain I had the soundtrack for that game somewhere. I'm pretty certain Hiroki Kikuta is a woman, yeah. Hang in there. Yeah, exactly, she. I did better than you did. This is summon Senken. The bosses are generally quite easy in this game, I think. Oh, it's a he? Ah. But then there must be another composer for Legend of Mana, because I'm pretty certain the Legend of Mana composer is a woman. Hey, we need to ask you a favor. Can you help us? You're kidding. You saved my life. I'll do whatever you want. Legend of Mana has 3 composers. Oh, really? Yoko Shimomura. So that's Legend of Mana. Okay. Probably, she did the Kingdom Hearts as well. Oh, really? That's cool. So Hiroki Kikuta did Secret of Mana in this game. And then Yoko Shimomura did Legend of Mana, I assume. Then I guess my last question is, who did Final Fantasy Adventure? Was that Kikuta as well? Crap, that's the wrong way. Alright, see you, Yorkie. Kenji Ito? Oh, okay. I can't recall any other game Kenji Ito has composed. The dude who did all the Elder Scrolls scores apparently an asshole rapist kind of dude. Oh wow. I had no idea. Huh. Yeah, I can understand them out. Huh. Indeed, the music is good, but if that's the kind of person he is, then they've gotta get rid of him. While Kenji Ito did almost all the music for the game, Nobuo Uematsu was credited for 1 track. Legend of Mana didn't have more than 1 composer at all. Okay. So Shimomura did all of it, I guess. Hurry back to the meadow. How did they know about my strats? Cheating. And she's folded the cannon somehow. Did you talk to Don Perignon? Yeah, watch. Just leave this to me. Still shouldn't open the big ass gate, so I don't really know how we plan to get into the castle. There are some supplies in these two barracks. Please take them. These barrels. A nail grail. And can't carry more round drops. So it's a difficult topic, Frush, because in one way I understand that position, but at the same time, like actively utilizing their art still generates revenue for them. Depending on what it is, of course. Like if it's a painting still sitting on a wall, I guess. Yeah, I'm torn on the topic. I can see arguments for both sides, but generally I think it's the right thing to like get rid of the person in question. Stop working with them. Not everyone fell asleep. Monsters? We're talking about toxic people in work? He's not convicted yet. The culture that wants to fire him is garbage. Then it becomes an even more difficult question. If he's not convicted. I think we're due for a new main mana game. It's been 12 years since the last one came out. I thought they kind of stopped doing them because they weren't selling well anymore. Like the Game Boy Advance games, I think it was? Or if it was the Game Boy... or if it was the DS games. They weren't successful. You get fired over accusations. I mean... I do believe that you shouldn't be convicted, or you shouldn't be judged before you're convicted, so to say. But at the same time, it's understandable why companies react the way they do, due to public opinions. And how do I word this in a good way? This is a really damn dicey topic. It sort of comes back to... Jesus, I kind of shouldn't talk about this, but... So it kind of comes back to... It's often really hard for a person who's been subject someone who's been subject of something like sexual abuse and stuff, it's often really hard to come forward. And if you come forward and it's met by people saying, yes, but we can't do anything before there's been a trial, and trials can take several years, it's also a way of... It can really make it far too difficult. And it's very hard to prove, yeah. So a person can like really try to do the right thing and tell like, hey, I've experienced this and it was really, really horrible for me. But if everyone is just like, yeah, but you're still gonna work with this person, and if you're at the same workplace, like the guy is still gonna be around, it's so damn hard. But at the same time, you can't really do anything about someone because they haven't been convicted, and I can't really put up a final statement, I think, because that's about as far as I Can't I upgrade his strength? Damn it. It's like they say, no, no, no. Can't be too strong. God damn it. And yeah, so there's sensible reactions to an accusation. Especially if the accusation is pretty, what's it called? I'm looking for the word allvarlig. Not serious, I'm looking for, but like, if it's a strong accusation. There's definitely, like, you can of course overreact as well. But that's kind of where I guess you come to the way like society has taken a certain path, and I think it's in the position of trying to learn to balance. And that too, you can definitely afford to overreact, because like if you don't react at all, the public counter reaction is gonna be pretty big. Lunatic? I mean, it can of course go too far. That happens sometimes. But there's also a good reason to react and have a certain amount of political correctness. That's the word you want to use. Jesus Christ! This boss is destroying me. Like I read about, or I didn't read about it, but a colleague was like telling me about an article about, I don't know where it was, but they were basically removing all the urinals of an entire, like, it was like an entire city or something like that, because urinals weren't unisex. And like, I can kind of see how you end up at that idea, but it's also pretty like weird way of tackling. It's like tackling the problem from the wrong direction. Like you have a good intention, I guess, but it just you took the wrong path somewhere along the way. Jesus Christ, this thing can take a lot of damage. It's like it's this. Didn't I have all enemies? There is a story about a. It was a governmental. What do you call it? When they a governmental investigation about fences to defend against wildlife in Sweden. So we have a lot of wildlife fence around the roads because, well, we have a lot of wildlife, and if they run up on the road, there can be accidents and stuff like that. You really want to avoid that. So the government put up an investigation to see how is Sweden managing their wildlife fence, and the conclusion was basically that Sweden is putting up its wildlife fence in the wrong spots because there are no wildlife accidents where there's wildlife fence. And if you look at that conclusion, the conclusion isn't necessarily wrong. There isn't, or your basis for argument isn't wrong. There's no accidents happening where there's wildlife fence. But the conclusion you draw from your position of argument isn't right due to that. This boss fight freaking never ends. The previous boss was just, we just ripped it. There we go, finally. Yeah, there's probably an article about it somewhere. But, as you say, it's a really great example of misinterpreting data. Bill, Ben, it's me, 3G. Don't you know who I am? Wake up. Let's go, Ben. Right. Combine! Is there another boss fight? Please. Jesus Christ. I can't shit. Wait, I thought they combined just a moment ago. Oh, he stopped at one. I was lucky. What? Bullshit. I healed him. Damn it. Can't afford having my guys go down all the time. I'm almost out of healing items as well. I mean, Thief is probably the weakest enemy, so... or the weakest character, so I can probably have him go down. What is very important is that the werewolf doesn't go down. So wait, I did beat you, we're sorry. Right, not another freaking boss fight, I can't handle anymore. Ah, crap. I hope there's not a third one. God damn it. Isabella, you're not getting away. Oh, you're alive? Isabella, that was a fun alias, wasn't it? Who are you? Why do you take over Navarre and Rolante? I am Bijou. I serve the Dark Prince. Not for long, you don't. This is for Eagle. Oh, be careful with those sharp knives, someone could get killed. Curse. Jessica. God damn it. The castle is safe. It couldn't have done without your help. Thank you. But it won't bring back father. Bill and Ben, they were good friends of mine. Now even those are the Isabellas. I mean Biju's spell. She took my kingdom, my father and my brother. She will never be forgiven. Listen, Biju put a curse on this girl named Jessica. If you kill her, Jessica will die too. Please, I need some time to get rid of the curse. This sort of mana. If only I had that, I could save Jessica. Is she your... Never mind, I understand. I don't have any time to worry about Biju anymore. I need to rebuild my kingdom. Rolante restored his former glory. It's the best revenge I think I could get. Thank you, Lisa. What if they decide to invade again? Re-establish our defenses. We won't make the same mistake again. The flowers don't work on us anymore. We can send out scouting parties now. At least, please stay. We need your guidance. You don't have to. If you want to search for Elliot by yourself, we understand. It's Lisa, leader of the Amazon army. We'll never sit by while Elliot is in enemy hands. Am I right? Right! For my kingdom, I will find Elliot and the Sword of Mana. Until I get back, take care. Sweet. We now have our own kingdom. Good wind spirit. Now back to Fosena. Tell King. Is it open now? No? Oh, come on. Oh crap. Thought that was my kingdom. God damn it. What does this kingdom even live with? Or live of? Like, how do they get food? What do they make money of? They can't really export anything since they're in the middle of the mountains, can they? You don't need money whenever there's an Amazon, but still, they need metal. Raid the villages below, but eventually there won't be any villages, right? And the Amazons seemed very peaceful with the Amazons, to be honest. Me? Oh yeah, like of course we already have a kingdom, but now we have a kingdom in game, right? You know that, Jay. You know that. Don't play games with us. Hey, a round drop. But on the topic of a new mainline mana game, I mean, I would love to see one. I would really love to see a new mainline mana game. But I just hope they would release it for Switch in that case. I mean, if they make one, I'm guessing they'll make it in 3D. But I would like them to make it in 2D, of course. But that's probably not happening. Come here, you. And I mean, having it in 3D isn't necessarily a problem. But as long as they have this, like, still the same camera angle. The, like, a Link's Awakening Secret of Mana camera. What's it called? What do you call this? It's not overhead. It's like, you know. Remember me? Right. Anybody who heard that cat will answer to me. Understood? I know you're not one of them. Isometric. Thank you. With them both. Let's go. Isometric was the word I was looking for. Yes. Gotta tell ya, so much has happened since you left Navarre. Exposition! Story time. Did you use your magic to control everyone? People who tried to resist were just killed. Jessica was already cursed, so the spell didn't work on her. Biju had her put in jail. Then they fortified the walls. I couldn't do anything about it. They put me under the spell too. This remake will be in third person? What? Oh man. 3/4 views is the usual term for this, where two axes are in parallel. Oh, I didn't know that. Huh. Bro, I let you down. I couldn't defend Jessica. Not your fault. And don't even think about going back to her. Too dangerous. We're going to get the sort of mana so we can break Jessica's curse. Nikita, you'll have to stay in Rolante until then. Try not to get in trouble. Be careful too, bro. You're gonna make it third person? That doesn't sound right. The voting is open, everyone. Shall we continue to play Seiken Densetsu 3? Get your votes in, everyone. Get your votes in. Exclamation mark yes if you want to see more, or exclamation mark no if you've had enough. Chirp. What I'm feeling? I mean, this is a free ride? Sure. I can probably go for some more. The game's pretty long, so let's get some time under our belt when we're at it.
Thank you.
And Jay is like, damn, no. This part where it's a free ride is a bit sketchy, isn't it? No? Just gonna go there? That's the wrong way, ship. That's the wrong way. I thought there was something sketchy about this ride.
For you, the day Bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
The bro. Should have reached Brazil by now. What's happening? Oh no, could it be? The intrigue. Can't just lurk and punch in some bot commands? No. How would that work? Is this the ghost ship? Wait a minute. It says the presence of a spirit, but it's very weak. Is a spirit on this ship? I don't know. I have to go find. Something's here. Look out. Alright, so we voted to continue. Level 13? God damn it. 26 experience. The previous enemies gave like 8. I wonder if enemies gives different XP depending on the level difference between you and the enemy. Maybe they give less and less experience the higher level he becomes. It would make a surprising amount of sense actually to design a system like that. Do we go up here or do we go up over here? Do we go up over here? Book of Death, Book of Curses, Book of Blood. This is definitely not a good place to be in, I guess. It looked like there would have been a door. There's a room over here, wasn't there? Apparently not. Strange. Oh well. Victory. Puke cross. Did he attack us with his ribcage? I think he did. Someone put a note on the wall there. Hey, we can upgrade strength again. Blood, death, curse, death. Blood, death, curse, death. God, now I gotta backtrack. Oh shit! I got tricked. Shit. Should probably have known better to lay down and sleep in a freaking ghost ship infested with zombies. Probably have known better. Can I rest this time? No, it was just a trap. God damn it. I fell for it. Was it blood, death, curse, death, or what was it? Blood, death, curse, death. Hey, Tom. Blood, death, curse, death. I wonder if it's always the same sequence. You still saw the voting graph? That was like 5 minutes ago. Oh shit. Can I rest over here then? I could, yeah. Whew. It wasn't particularly close. I think it would have been needed, or it would have been needed 2 more no votes. You didn't know you could sleep here? I mean, I wasn't certain, I was just hoping. I figured it might be possible. Given that it tricked us with you might be able to sleep here. Pretty good place to farm though. You get a lot of experience for these things. But you do get less experience now that you're higher level. Have you ever gotten an offer for a sponsored stream? No, I haven't. We're too casual over here, you know. Magic seed. What was it? Blood, death, curses. Blood, death, curses, death. Captain's log. Die, 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 die. Good evening. I'm Mataro, expert on paranormal activity. You believe it? I'm really a ghost now. I'm now on the ghost ship. I've been waiting for this my whole life. Wait till I'll tell the guys back home. You gotta try it. I was about to leave anyway. Here, I'll pass it on to you. Is this how it feels to be dead? Looks like if he's transferred his curse over to you, In order to leave the ship, you'll have to pass it on to someone else. Don't leave me. You weren't thinking. I don't like that Twitch doesn't show how many followers a streamer has anymore. They don't? What? That's dumb. What do I have? 529. There's also the curses on this ship somewhere. Let's go for it. Tired of searching, I'll trade places with you. Oh. You have to click it. Oh, let's see. But still. I mean, you used to be able to see who someone followed as well. When I go for the next topic, do I really? See you later, Tom. Thanks for stopping by, alright? Always appreciate it. I deal less damage when I'm poisoned as well. Seems like it. What are you gonna do about this, huh? I don't know if you heard it, but Blizzard generally asks very inclusive and progressive. Yeah? What have they done now? Oh, act very inclusive and progressive. And now in Hearthstone, they have a tournament. A league, basically. Okay. This can't end well. Kinda need it to become night. I can become a werewolf again. Destroy them. Jesus Christ, we take so much damage. We're getting destroyed. During post-match interview, talked in favor of the Hong Kong protests. I'm guessing that didn't go too well. The commentators got fired. What did the commentators do? Did they like keep pushing the matter? Get fired over it. The commentators did nothing. That's really weird. But I'm guessing Blizzard is pretty deep, or China is pretty deep into Blizzard's pockets nowadays. How are you supposed to survive this? I move one room and lose all my health. Try not sucking. I'll consider the proposal. I'll consider it. The in-game clock is just off by like 1 minute something. Pretty impressive. Then again, it might be my timing that's a bit off. Go back to sleep for another 16 hours. Holy shit. Again, everything poisons you and then you deal no damage and take crap tons of it. Nope, nope, nope. Can you cure yourself with this hammer as well? Does it work that way? Nice. It works both ways. Cute. I won't stop and fight if I don't have to. Because like health isn't exactly a resource I got too much of at the moment. Welcome to my ship of wandering spirits. Break curse, let us go. There's only one way out. Jesus Christ. Hi, wife. How are you supposed to beat this thing? Given that I have like no items? Saying goodnight? Alright. Have a good night, hun. Take care. Not really like I can do anything about this, can I? Do have a lot of Angel's Grails though. In case I die. Let's just hope one of them dies first. We don't die at the same time. Open menu. Here's my Angel Grail for healing. I was pretty lucky I lost Lisa to the curse. Otherwise this would have been impossible. Would it please die? The boss has a lot of cool effects going on, yeah. I really have like nothing less to do. By magic? That doesn't really do anything, does it? Oh, it can hit both? Nah, Blackgate has only hit one so far. Shit, I'm dead. No? Oh, come on. Can't do anything while he's up there. BS. Yeah, we're dead. 104 damage. Jesus Christ. When did I save last? There wasn't any save. Oh wait, there was when I slept. Right. Well, that's good at least. Yeah, the dying music is the same as the previous game. Yeah, what makes it hard is that you can't really buy anything here. And like I didn't restock my supplies after the previous zone because I thought I was like just going to the next town. So I'm really thin on resources. I probably need at least one more level. And to find some more items to use. I should probably wait for nightfall to fight the boss. So that we get the werewolf form. Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ. Can't really afford to spend items, though. Guess we just gotta die. Oh, 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 oh! So close. If I just got to the door, I would have survived, but the poison took me. A little too much text on screen. The text is pretty big, yeah. Maybe we should try to clear out those rooms and see what we get. If there are any secrets, as you say. I didn't consider that. But isn't it the game over music as well? The sleeping and the dying music in Secret of Mana, isn't that the same song? Man, stuff does so much damage around here. Ridiculous. I'll try to clear out this room then. See if we're lucky. Yeah. There's something here. Oh, new weapons. Mind if I do? It's not exactly what I'm after, but I wish I would have had something else, but it works. The song A Wish? I don't really know which one that is. We do have a lot of round drops. Honey drink. You know when you hear it? Yeah, probably. Button again. Oh, Pure Lands, isn't it? No, wait, it's the Spring Forest. The, what's it called? Like Everspring or something like that. I keep pressing start. I'm not supposed to press start. I'm supposed to press Y. There we go. Unfortunately, I only carried weapons. Exactly, it's the season forest. I think it's played in like one more zone in the game, but I can't remember which one. Please let this be an item merchant. Well, chain vest. More defense isn't bad either. Is it played also in the ice forest, maybe? There doesn't seem to be like a regular just item merchant anywhere. Oh no, that's true. I didn't even consider that. She's gonna be so under-leveled. This was the fake sleeping room, right? No. I ain't doing that again. I just want to get to the save room now. Come on. Did lose a couple wishes though. Probably shouldn't have saved there actually. Probably should have tried getting up again. Just the grass, damn it. I like the short tune as well. Oh, maybe it's in here? I was hoping there'd be like a regular item merchant somewhere. Yes! Sweet. Now there's gonna be a cakewalk. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't really think there is an easy one like that, no. Eventually it's gonna be like... Eventually you have like 6 beasts or something like that you need to defeat, but that's not in a while. First you gotta get all spirits. There's 8 of them, I think. And we're about to get our 4th. I think the 4th is on this ship. Then after that we gotta beat 8 beasts. You don't have to level up your weapons and magic. No. Or don't you level up your magic? Maybe you don't. I thought you did. But no, not your weapons. Which is both a good thing and a bad thing. It was pretty damn annoying in Ticket of Mana to level up your spells. Because it basically meant go out, cast the cheapest spell until you're out of mana, go rest. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But it was also pretty cool with the super spells at high levels. It was time consuming? Yeah, it was very time consuming. Now, like the goal would be first to collect the things, then we beat all the things, and then we win. Kinda. If I recall correctly. It's something along those lines. Smoke. Jesus. You gain new abilities by increasing certain stats. Oh, really? I actually never understood how the ability system worked in this. I only know you get new abilities when you change class. But I didn't know if there's another way to do it. Got a lot of that grass. A lot of that grass. Alright, so let's go beat the boss now. That's a pretty interesting observation, Goro. Hey, Evelyn. Yeah, there hasn't been like any Mario games in Journey. They're not particularly popular, apparently. Almost wondering if I should have increased his vitality. Come on. Come on, Hawk. Screw it, we only get grass and we have everything we need. Let's go beat this thing now. Yeah, but with enough items this shouldn't really be a problem. Wait, didn't I have an item to switch? Oh, rather not. It doesn't seem to turn night so that I get werewolf. Because it should have happened by now then. I want to make sure they're in very different health, or like different health spans, so that they never die at the same time. I want to make sure that one of them is close to, at least like somewhat close to half when the other dies. There's no chance of them both dying at the same time. This thing can take a lot of damage. I don't know if that's the case, Goro, but for some reason we don't turn into werewolf here. But I would have liked it, because we'd heal so much more damage in that form. Alright, so voting is open, everyone. Shall we continue to play Seiken Densetsu 3? Get your votes in, everyone, get your votes in. I can imagine this spot has to be really difficult if you just have mages. Wow. It was much easier this time around. much easier. Better equipment, higher levels. Victory! Release my soul from captivity, now allow me to return the favor. Back to normal. She's just one level long. Or under. Shade is here, then the Mana Stone of Darkness is on this ship as well. That stone is lost, it doesn't exist anymore. Centuries ago, people used the Mana Stone as a source of power. Live in peace. Then war erupted and the seal of the Mana Stone of Darkness was released. God Beast of Darkness? Yes. He wandered across the land from country to country like a dark plague, subverting the peaceful energy of the other Mana Stones, using them as instruments of death. Priest of Light. Same story. The world had never seen such a catastrophe. Civilization fell, countless lives were lost. The Mana Stone of Darkness had never existed since. I spent my days on this ghost ship. Whatever happened to the God Beast of Darkness then? Why wasn't the world destroyed? Difficult to say. One day the God Beast simply vanished. Perhaps it left somewhere, satisfied that its job was done. Perhaps it exists in another world somewhere, in the form of another Mana Stone. Perhaps it is planning another disaster for this world. Nobody knows. Maybe it's responsible for the recent loss of mana, but why? My soul was released. The ship will soon disappear. Oh no! Hey, Raku! You can swim ashore here. Freaking volcano. Ugh. Yeah, the 3 characters played the same as the 3 protagonists. Oh, okay, okay. So then it is survivable then. Yeah, I know you gotta have like Duran. I know he's a good character. Land Nabuka? Sounds like an interruption. We have to find a way off the island quickly. Is there a freaking save spot? Swordsman, Black Mage, and White Mage. Do they still deal decent damage then? Oh yeah, I remember that thing. What? We're supposed to get that turtle and use it as a ride. Hey, a save point. You got your chest shaved? Can imagine it, itch. I definitely can imagine that. So where am I supposed to go? What's my question again? The characters you play with, do they still do they deal like decent damage with their melee weapons? How do I progress from here? What's the trick? I can't move across anywhere here. Swordsman and the White Mage. Okay, so you can still like survive without spending mana all the time. You chop down anything? Oh wait, here. There's a path. It was half hidden behind one of the nameplates. Can't the swordsman use healing magic as well, if I recall correctly? Isn't he like a paladin, kind of? These things die much faster than the zombies and the ghost, but they give the same amount of XP. Well, I seem to remember he was a paladin, but maybe I remember it wrong. It was a long time since I played this game. Freaking not worth opening chests. You get that freaking grass all the time. Which I have next to no use for. I'll just let around. I figured it would. No, I'm pretty certain I was thinking of the sword guy. Yeah, I know, Goro. I know. I keep track, actually. Well, thank you for the reminder. Starting to get a bit tired, actually, so I do look forward to go to sleep. Still haven't gotten a single spell for any of my characters though. Village. Welcome to Village of Dark Beasts. Did we just murder these characters? Yeah, I know, Goro. Run now. We're staying here. It's not our place to defy nature. When we die, we die. Even better. What? Yeah, these equipments are really good. They're just gonna die soon. Why do they want money in exchange? Couldn't they just give it away for free? Sea Dweller. He could help you escape the island, but the entrance to escape is blocked off. A large boulder fell on it during an earthquake. I have to find another way in. Oh no. No save point here though. That's a bit unfortunate. Oh. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, I was kind of thinking, should I stop now? It's 10 minutes early, sure, but it makes for a good voting, like a vote delay next time. I think that's for the better, really. And we just found a save point, and there's probably not one for a long time from here. So, I'm end it here for the day.